Hello. The fundamental problem with executive education and leadership development programs. Executive education and leadership development programs have a single fundamental problem. They assume that leadership knowing equals leadership doing. Unfortunately, knowing is not the same as doing. We know a lot of things, but we only consistently do a minuscule of the things we actually know. Let me give you an example that I often use in my training sessions to drive home this specific point. How many of you have attempted to lose a few extra pounds that you may have put on during the holidays? Often, many people raise their hands in the answer to this question. At some point of time or another, most of us have put on a few extra pounds that we want to shed. The next question I ask is, I also want to do the same, lose a few pounds. Do you have any suggestions for me to lose those extra pounds around my waist? And I get a lot of suggestions. You can guess what those suggestions are. Eat more fruits, eat more raw vegetables, cut down on sugar, cut down on fried foods, exercise more, eat more mindfully, join a gym, take the stairs instead of the elevator, walk 10,000 steps a day, and on and on and on. And most of the suggestions are usually very good and very useful suggestions. I then ask, thank you for your suggestion. Those are very lovely and very useful. The next question is, how many of you consistently implement one or more of these lovely suggestions that you give me on a regular basis? Now, very few people raise their hands in the answer to this particular question. Knowing how to lose weight is not the same as being able to do it consistently enough. Consistently enough to get the desired outcome. More diet books are sold than ever, yet Americans are more obese now than ever. And that's more or less true around the world. There's a high degree of awareness amongst Americans about weight loss. In fact, diet books are often the most popular books and usually are on most of the bestsellers lists. Americans are buying more and more diet books than ever, and yet there are more obese people in America today than ever. People simply do not lose weight by reading a diet book. Leadership is no different. The fundamentally flawed assumption in leadership training and executive education program is that attending a course for a few days and knowing about leadership will translate into on-job behavior change of the leader. Unfortunately, leadership development doesn't happen this way. Leadership awareness may happen in a training program, but leadership development occurs when the leader is at her work, interacting with her team members, doing her day-to-day activities. Leadership is action, it is not knowledge. Leadership development needs to be approached like a fitness regime. If we want to get fit, a 1-week routine at the gym once or twice a year will simply not do. It just won't work. We need to work out regularly, probably on a daily basis, or maybe 3 to 5 times a week. The exercise routine has to be based on our individual needs and not a standard curriculum of one size fits all. We will fail to go to the gym often and we have to get back. Failing, dusting ourselves off, and getting back on the wagon, so to say, is part of the design of any fitness routine, and it really shouldn't come as a surprise. We never learn anything on a single go. It's trying, doing it again. That is how human beings learn and form habits. Losing weight and keeping it off, it's a process, it's not an event. Then why should leadership training be an event? It takes time, effort, commitment. Hiring a personal trainer for our fitness regime increases our chances of losing weight and getting fit by a wide margin. How wide a margin? Research studies have shown that hiring a personal trainer increases the success rate by a whopping 1100%. You are 11 times more likely to succeed. Get a personal trainer for your leadership development. Our leadership coaching program, using Marshall Goldsmith's stakeholder-centered coaching process, is similar to hiring a personal trainer for your fitness regime. In this case, the coach is the personal trainer for your leadership growth. He will help you shed the leadership fat and build some leadership muscles. Help us reduce or eliminate leadership bottlenecks or bad habits and build on our leadership strengths. And the best of all, it guarantees results. If there is no improvement in the leadership behavior, there is simply no charge, period. Guaranteed and measurable leadership growth. Wouldn't you want to have a program where it guarantees growth? Would you like to develop leaders in your organization? Using this approach, Marshall Goldsmith's stakeholder-centered coaching, it delivers 95% success rate. Here are some of the features. Guaranteed measurable leadership growth as assessed not by us, not by the leader, but the leader's own team members, and that too anonymously. Unlike training or executive education programs, the entire team will be involved in doing their day-to-day work. It is not that the leader has to go somewhere, but this will be at the leader's desk. The leader then becomes the coach, and it has a cascading effect on the entire team. It is a system for continuous improvement for the leader's effectiveness and the team's effectiveness. If you would like, it is kind of like leadership Kaizen. In a study of 11,000 leaders on 4 continents, 95% of the leaders using this specific process improved. Think about that, 95%. This is the exact same process that has been used by 150 of the Fortune 500 companies to grow their leaders. Now you have the same advantage. We are so confident of the process that we often work on a no growth, no pay basis. Don't try that with other vendors. Schedule an exploratory call, maybe for 15 minutes at your desk at your convenience, to have a conversation with our leadership advisor, or call on the number shown on the screen. And thank you so much for watching this video, and see you soon in the next video.